So Kelly, you've spoken briefly in your introduction about the challenges you've faced in your life. I've been part of some of those challenges.
I'm your friend, not your challenge.
I'll put my hand up. No. Yeah,
Take me home, Kate. Take me home.
Take me home. Where do you live? You courageously have been speaking openly about the role of alcohol and drugs, which I totally applaud you for in your experiences. What structures are in place, in your opinion, in our communities to respond to the issue of alcohol and drug use that you've been aware of?
I have to speak from a true space because we can all only speak from our experience. The structures for me were inward. I actually went on my own journey. As far as what's available to us in the community, I've done a little bit of research around this, and two areas that I thought were really significant that I'd love to share, but then jump over to what I feel is true for me with that question, is that I thought ACON was a really great resource for one-on-one stuff, forums, groups, and that sort of thing. And if you are looking for something beyond what I'm going to share with you next, I'd encourage you to look at their website. Along with, I just had to write this down because it was too many letters for me to remember, DATA, which is Paul Dillon's website, and that's the Drug and Alcohol Research and Training Australia. I had a look on that, and there's some great resources and contacts for whatever it is that you need the resource in. But I believe your greatest structure is your internal structure and your willpower and the you that you're not feeling and the newness that you want to feel. And until you identify with that, everything outside of you is always there. There's always resources and places to go, but until you're ready to go there, they don't show up. I mean, there's the inspirational and motivational model that says when something shifts inside of you, everything shifts outside of you. And when you need something, it shows up outside of you. So if you're feeling that there's something you need, go within, and I promise you that it'll show up outside of you, whether it's resources, people, new peer groups, opportunities, inspirational people. There's a whole plethora of that, and that cover your mind, your body, your soul, your addictions, your habits, your patterns. Excuse me, getting to know yourself within will allow you to attract things that match that outside of you. And I encourage you that the internal structure is the key to finding what you need outside of you and just trusting in that. Because the journey is part of that. It's learning to tap into your qualities of spirit, which is your courage, your trust, your knowing, your feeling, your love, your compassion, your expression. And knowing that once you start tapping into those places, all of those things show up for you. I usually speak for about 60 to 90 minutes, so 5 minutes.
Not tonight, darling.
I know. So it's really important for me to give you as much as I can and as much as authenticity and transparency in that. So I'm just going to read from this. I wrote this afternoon because I wanted to give you as many moments to walk away with, and I hope I can read it in time. If you walk away with one thing, that's great. If you walk away with a whole lot of things, that's beautiful too. So pardon my not speaking from my heart, but this did come from my heart. Now I've got to read it from the paper, and it still comes from my heart. It's my intention tonight, and I have to stand up and get my feet grounded on Mother Earth. My intention tonight is to create a new feeling inside of you, to feel new possibilities and potential in yourself, to open you to higher parts of yourself through what we share, create higher vibrations, a new level of awareness around self-love and love. I see tonight as an opportunity to give you the most powerful info of my 38 years in 5 minutes. Crazy, I know, but I'm going to download with trust and love that you will receive exactly what is true for you right now. From my life experience and evolution on the path of substance use, I feel that our drugs and alcohol are a choice based on a lack of knowledge of our true self, our true nature, and our relationship with loving ourselves. This can also stretch into things like procrastination, television, shopping, eating, gambling, and so on. Basically anything that numbs us or distracts us out of our natural state of well-being, consciousness, and love. Once we get a taste for living in our natural state and all that comes with that, I promise you, life takes on a different meaning. When I got given the message of natural state living, I was like, oh shit, what do I do now? So how do I know who I truly was, and was I prepared to redirect my life at that time? I had to look in and take a deeper look into what that meant for me. Natural state living is about choosing things in alignment with nature, because we are that, and feeling the potential and possibility of all that you are and all that is available to you from your natural state, and courageously trying on something new. Bob Proctor said once, only a fool wouldn't pick up something new, kick it round for a while and see if it makes a difference to your life. It's about natural versus synthetic choices and becoming aware of this and how that shows up for you energetically, emotionally, physically, spiritually, productively, and so on. And in that, the ripple effect of conscious and unconscious living. Energy is everything, everything is energy, and things either add to your natural state or take away from it. How resilient can you be in living from a place of your true self versus your conditioned self? It's about remembering and learning to be guided by your feelings, which are connected to the energy of everything that exists. There is nothing separate out there. That is something we humans have made up. We're all interconnected all the time, so that feeling inside you is not only coming from within, it is from a greater connection to all that is. Trusting and learning to tune into your instinct, intuition, is bigger than a gut feeling. It is being on your life's purpose. Find new levels of living in your wild world by taking leaps of faith. What are your rituals in life? How do you choose to spend your time? Love yourself by taking time to identify your triggers for using drugs and alcohol. Are they fun, habitual triggers, emotional triggers, unconscious triggers? And get to know the true you through this. I'm not going to have enough time, but I'm just going to go for a bit longer.
Paraphrase.
I feel that ultimately each action or choice we make is around wanting to be loved and wanting to give love. If you were loving yourself, what would that look like? Self-love, where are you with that? What are you doing and who are you being when life and love are running through you? Use powerful connections to connect with yourself. Become aware and get to know the natural you. I'm going to put the rest on Facebook tomorrow and honour the time here.
Thank you, Kelly Lynch. Thank you.
Most importantly, just ask yourself whenever you're doing anything, am I loving myself in this moment? Because the community starts with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter, I mean, drug and alcohol use is risk-taking behavior.